Hey folks, how you all doing? Lloyd here, or Mr. Hats as I'm known as in the VC. I thought today I'd do another one of these albums, covers, arts, rankings videos just for a bit of fun. And today I thought I'd do the 8 studio albums by John Lennon, starting with 1970s Plastic Ono Band through to 1984, is it? 1984's Milk and Honey. So there's eight albums in there, and just rank the studio albums from my least favorite cover art to my favorite. And really looking at John's, it's really difficult because all of his album covers are really good in my opinion. They're either just straightforward really nice photos, or there's obviously some obscure meaning I don't know, but they still look pretty cool and a bit abstracty anyway. But I think I've sort of put these in some sort of order that I am happy with after about an hour of moving them in different positions. And we'll just see. So at number 8 on my list, we go to his final studio album, Milk and Honey, released posthumously. The only reason this one is at the bottom, something has to go at the bottom, right? It's because it's so similar to its predecessor, Double Fantasy's album cover. That's the only reason it's there. It's a really nice picture showing Yoko and John in love. It's a bit of a pull on the old heartstrings when you knew what happened. So, yeah. Number 7, I've gone for Sometime in New York City for no particular reason. It opens up like a newspaper, basically, and the songs actually read like newspaper stories. Actually, I think the reason I've put this one so low is probably because I was more familiar with Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick prior to this. So this just feels, I've seen it all before sort of thing. But there's nothing wrong with the album cover. I think it's a really, really cool album cover. Next, I've tried to put this one a lot higher, but I just couldn't. And it's Walls and Bridges, which depicts John Lennon's artwork when he was young. So this opens up this one here. That depicts the 1952 FA Cup final. Can't think of the players' names off the top of my head, but yeah, it's just John Lennon depicting that. And then you got these other little pictures here. And as you spin these two flaps around, you've got this multi-imaged picture of John. And you flip that around and you've got that, which works. I don't like doing this too often because, and you got that as well. And it sort of brings up a different montage of types of pictures of John. So there you go. Yeah, I don't like doing that. I just don't want these flaps to eventually wear off. Mind you, they've been there for 50 years now, so I guess if they were going to do it, they would have done it. So it just goes to show how well these old style albums are made. But yeah, it's a really cool album cover. Next up, we have Rock and Roll. Yeah, the good thing about this album cover, there's 3 blurred people there. 1, 2, and 3. And those 3 are Stuart Sutcliffe, the original guitarist for the Beatles, George Harrison, and Paul McCartney, along with John. So basically one of the original lineups for the Beatles. I can never work out which one's which. Can never work out. To me, that looks, this end one here looks more like Paul McCartney would look blurred. But I could be wrong. I just think it's just a really cool cover. And how historical is that no one would have known back then how historical this picture is. So at number 4 on my list, I'm going to go to this. It's an iconic album cover. It's Imagine. For no particular reason, it's just an iconic picture with John with his head in the clouds, basically. You can sort of look at that any way you want. I think his whole Imagine concept was a bit head in the clouds, pie in the sky sort of thing. So yeah, but it's still a great album cover. Number 3 on my list. I've really tried to put this at number 1, but I just couldn't. So at number 1 we got 1970s Plastic Ono Band. Brilliant album cover. It shows John and Yoko sitting by, I guess, an oak tree by the river, on the riverbank there, looking so peaceful and serene. And yet the music contained within is so angst, so, you know, it's so angry, it's so depressing, and yet you got such a peaceful looking album cover. So it's just a yin and yang thing, but absolutely brilliant. I do prefer the reissue version of this cover because the colour has been enhanced more. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just a great album cover nonetheless. Number 2 on my list, we're going to go to Mind Games. I have no idea what the hell this album cover means. I have no idea. Looks like there's 2 suns there. This is like one of those abstract album covers. I think I just don't understand the album cover. And instead of the 2 suns on the back of it, you've got a rainbow, and John's moved closer to the front of the image as well. So yeah, just not really sure what it means, but I just think you could interpret this a million ways in any way that you want. It's just such a cool album cover, which means number 1 for me is the first album by John Lennon I've purchased, and it's got to be Double Fantasy, just for the pure fact that when I bought this, I didn't know what was going to happen, and once John got shot, assassinated, whatever you want to call it, this album cover just had a whole different meaning. I mean, it was supposed to be the start of a new beginning, back in love again, and then it all came crashing down basically instantaneously. It was just, yeah, so it's a heartbreaking cover, it's a sad cover, and yet it's so happy and it means so much. The back cover's really cool as well, with another picture there. But as I said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of John Lennon's album covers. I think his artwork's really good. I actually think all 4 Beatles, their album covers are all very thoughtful, the way they do it. All of George's are really good. Actually, I should do George's next. Paul's are always really, really good imagery, photographed by Linda, and most of Ringo's, especially the early period up to the early 80s, are really good. In fact, even his modern ones are quite good. But yeah, it's just incredible how all 4 Beatles focus on the artwork as well with their albums. Anyway, guys, leave your comments in the comments section below. What's your favourite John Lennon album cover for whatever reason? As I said, it's only done for a bit of fun, so yeah, don't shoot me. I'm only the messenger. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching again. Stay safe. Take care. All for now. Catch you around, and bye, folks.